What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period. Do people still get COVID?
I don't know. No,
I don't mean that to be funny, but I just feel like
I ain't heard nobody with COVID in a long time. I ain't trying to be funny.
And they probably haven't been getting tested. They probably haven't been saying nothing. But I went to Home Depot in Kennesaw yesterday, and I mean the northernmost point of Kennesaw. And I promise you, I was the only person in the entire city limits with a mask on.
Yeah.
I'm like, ain't y'all high risk?
I just came from the post office, and when I was standing in the line, the man behind me, I guess I made him feel guilty because I had a mask on, which I don't know how that makes somebody feel guilty, but I had a mask on. So then a lady came in behind him and she was like, "Oh, we supposed to wear masks in here?" She's like, I'm vaccinated. And then the man behind me gonna say, me too. I'm just tired of the mask. I'm like, that's y'all.
What they gotta do with you? Like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's something that didn't even need to be addressed.
I don't know. I guess masks are like, people looking at masks now are as like people trying to be better than people, which is so weird. That's what I'm getting from it, because I even saw a post today, like a meme that said, if she still wear a mask, you need to wife her, because that means she give a fuck about life and she do this and she do that. And I'm just like, all because somebody wears a mask that we low-key are supposed to. They never said stop wearing a mask just because you got vaccinated. They just said it'll keep you from dying from corona if you get it. It's not like, I don't know.
Listen, people are so annoying. I've never been in a position where I was like made to feel guilty for having a mask, but I felt FOMO by having one on. But it never stopped me, because even though I'm vaccinated, I still wear a mask everywhere. Even when I have gone to restaurants, I keep it on until I literally bite my first bite.
Yeah. Yeah, I got cold because I keep traveling. It's cold in California. Like when I went the other day, it was like 47 degrees. So me coming from,
you was in the Bay Area. People think California be hot. The Bay Area do not be hot.
Never. San Francisco in specific.
I was there peak hot season, and baby, it got
65 degrees.
Yeah. It's because of the water.
It's so cold. Like,
yeah, it's windy.
It's so cold. Because I was actually talking to somebody about that. I was just saying how, like, the water on the West Coast is very clear. Like, to me, it's like cleaner than ours.
Definitely cleaner than ours.
I was just talking to somebody about like the fish in the water. So they were just saying how like only dolphins can really survive in warm water, like dolphin and certain other animals, but like sharks and whales, they can only survive in cold water. So like on the coast where San Francisco and stuff, you will see sharks or stuff like that because of how cold the water is.
Dang, well, you know what? I will say, I went to the beach one time when I was living in the Bay Area, and it was very short-lived because it was a dog-friendly beach, and so I just couldn't like relax because it was a lot of it was a lot of that. But I don't think I ever actually got on the water. Now that I think about it, I didn't take a ferry.
I went to Venice Beach and it was cold. Malibu Beach, cold boots. My God.
You want to go to, is Malibu Beach friendly? I feel like it gives like private beach if I go there.
It's not private. It's just that area. First of all, it's not really that close to LA. It's probably like 30, 45 minutes away from Los Angeles. And you're going to pass about 4 beaches before you get there. But it's a very, very bougie area. So they keep it cleaner. They do a lot of stuff to try to keep homeless people off the beach there, because like most of the time on the other beaches like Santa Monica, beaches like that, those are looked at as like the more ghetto beaches. But even though to me that's not ghetto, like when I went to Santa Monica Beach, it looked cute, but they were saying that was like one of the more ghetto beaches. But when we went to Malibu, I can understand why. Like we literally just parked on the side of the road and walked through the sand.
Is that that's what you got to do? You got to park on the side of the road?
Well, the part that we went to, because it's different entrances to the beach.
Yeah.
I know with Santa Monica, it was very touristy beach. So you had to like pay for parking. It was designated parking spot. See, this is like the real beach feeling, like how I saw on Laguna Beach, where they would just drive up, park in the sand,
You
and
thought
get
she
out.
was Lauren Conrad.
Spencer Pratt, something.
Come
But
on, Draco Bobby.
yeah, no, that it was real cunt though. That's honestly what solidified that I knew that I wanted to move, because it was little things like that that really made me happy. Like I was so happy that they, like, even thinking about it, I was like, dang, that joint was so fun, because we literally went to Walmart or Ralph's and bought some like wood, and we had got like wine and stuff and things to make some more. So we literally made what you call it, a fire pit for the bonfire, and we just sat on the beach. We had chairs. We just was on the beach with blankets and just chilling. Like I was like, wow, this is really some Laguna Beach shit. They used to do it all the time.
Yeah, natural stuff like that is such a privilege, man. It's so crazy. You live in the South, we ain't got squat diddly, but
We
we
got
got trees.
like lakes. I mean, like
Do we have lakes though? We got Lake Lanier.
growing up, like, and then, especially with me living on the east side in high school, it was a lot of lakes by Stone Mountain. So like some people's apartments would have a lake in the back. You could just go chill. Some people's houses had lakes. They had like docks that you can chill on. And
not impressed when you literally got the mountains as a skyline.
Exactly.
From regular parts of the city, not, in North Georgia, we got them hills, but
yeah. So I actually was in Cobb the other day, and I meant to text you because I was finna tell you I retract my statement about when you said you took that picture and you said you was in.
Keep going.
What you said you was? You look
I said I was in Costa Rica, but I was really in Kennesaw Mountain. I'm listening.
I don't know what happened to Cobb Parkway, but you can literally drive down Cobb Parkway
and see
like mountains.
It's always been like that.
I never saw it.
Because when I lived at the crossings, I used to always be like, dang, I really got a mountain view on the way home. And that's a whole different city.
I never paid attention to it or something, because
you must have never take that route, because you can literally, as soon as you
used to go to that Walmart.
I about to say, as soon as you get by the Walmart, you can see the mountains.
Yeah. I saw it. I was leaving because the Navy. Listen, I said, oh, she wasn't playing. This is I literally felt like I was out of town. I was like,
yeah, it's weird, right? That's like the best. That's like the closest mountain you can literally see in the whole goddamn city, because where else?
I was like, what? Okay,
I'm telling you, and where I was at, where I sent you that picture, it was actually that same mountain, but it was way closer up, so it felt like very tropical. I know what I be talking about, but anyway.
Oh, girl.
All right, you got a Black Business of the Week.
Do I have a Black Business of the Week? What did I buy? I bought so much stuff recently. Let me look in my email. So the hairstylist, her name is Marlie Mahogany. Now, I've never got my hair done by her, but my friend Whitney, who has beautiful locks, she's had locks forever, but she has the most beautiful locks. She gets her locks styled. Sometimes she doesn't get them done that often, but she uses products from Marlie Mahogany. That's the name of the hairstylist, and that's the name of her product line as well. So she has shampoo. She has actually like a hair bundle that you're supposed to use on your hair. So it's hair bubbles, which is the shampoo, the hair tea, which is like a hair and beard oil, hair serum, which is the conditioner, and the rose mist. And all the products are 100% natural. They're handmade, and this is going to be my new routine for my hair. And she has like skincare too. I don't know about the skincare, but I was told to check out these hair products for locks. So if you have natural hair or locks, this is probably going to be good for you if you like more natural stuff. Now, she recommended this to me because I use Dr. Bronner's to wash my hair now. And I like it.
Yeah, I had tried Dr. Bronner's, like the soap, I guess it's like an all-purpose thing, but it had broke me out so bad. But
it just made you really, it's very dry.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But I will note that, like I mentioned on a previous episode, that it was a time where I wasn't really caring for my skin the right way. So
yeah, so with the Dr. Bronner's, the reason why I like it is because I can literally feel when all the dirt is out of my hair. Because if my hair isn't exactly. So if it's not like squeaky, I know I got to keep rinsing it, keep washing it out. And I get I don't know if it's just me, but I love looking in the shower in the sink and I wash my hands and the water be brown.
Now I ain't never had my hands do that.
I'm a makeup artist, so I got
But with
makeup
my hair, it
all
do
the
that.
time.
I be like, yeah,
Yeah,
get them
me
knockers out of
too.
there.
Me too. So when I was washing my hair and I seen all that stuff coming out, I was like, yes. But I do makeup, obviously. So I always have makeup on my hands. So I'll be like, oh, dirt coming off. Yes. For shop talk today, we got some. I done seen something online today that kind of like took my wig off a little bit. Apparently,
Okay.
Lightskin Keisha is
Listen,
gonna be on Housewives of Atlanta.
let me tell you something. I know I mentioned what was on my bingo cards last week. This is another one of them cards that I did not have distributed to me.
Let me tell you
First
something.
of all,
That if that wasn't a wild card, I don't know what was. But let me tell you something. I am happy for my sis. My sis is out here getting to the bag. She's making the right moves. Like she literally didn't even have to do a whole season on Love and Hip Hop because of COVID. Didn't have to go back. In between that, she went to Power, and now she finna be on on Housewives. I'm interested to see just how she meshed with the other girls because I mean, for obvious reasons, it's a big age gap. So
it's like a 50% difference.
yeah, like I want to see how they put her in the story, like what's going to be her storyline. Because if I'm not mistaken, are you supposed to be married to be on it?
Honey, that rule was thrown out season 2.
Oh, really? I don't know. See, I don't watch Housewives.
No, I'm just saying that from personal opinion because people that come on the show have not been married. I mean, the only person that's married right now is Candy and Cynthia. I mean, you could say Kenya, but her and her husband never even lived together. So yeah, I don't think. Yeah, look, I mean, Latoya was married, but she wasn't an official wife. But it's really beyond that now. It's more so like
was
women.
Sheree married on the show?
She was married to Bob Whitfield, but they got a divorce. And now she's dating that dude who was in prison while on the last season she was on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is. I don't think at this point the housewife thing is just like basketball wives. It's like either you mess with another person, perfect, you qualify to be on the show. I'm not unhappy for Lightskin Keisha being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I just genuinely don't see where she would place in this cast. I mean, not saying it's impossible. I definitely think that the show needed a shakeup, which is the word they've been using a lot about this show. Like it has lost a lot of ratings, and they probably needed to really attract, number one, a new audience and create more drama. And I definitely think, due to the differences between Lightskin Keisha and other cast members, there will be drama. Like it's just
definitely, I agree. With a lot of things, I think that just in general, people are kind of growing out of love with a lot of things, not even just that show, but I'm noticing like in the music, with fashion, with a lot of things that people are just kind of growing out of love with certain things. So they're ushering in a new crowd. So I think that this is literally them just ushering in a new crowd because
I feel like they tried to do that with Latoya, and then there was a fail, and she's not even coming back. Like it's just
Lightskin Keisha is a YouTuber. She's a rapper.
Latoya Ali is also a YouTuber.
Oh, she is?
She raps sandwiches for her kids. Next.
Oh God. Popular YouTuber. Like she had that. I'm almost sure they don't have her same crowd. Who is Latoya?
What? Latoya? No. Hold on now. Latoya is an OG.
Send me her.
Yes. Oh my God. She's huge. I'm not even flexing. She's huge on YouTube.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Well, they don't say she ain't. Then if you don't know, because
right.
she is.
If she was big, I would know her.
Girl, she is. This girl got 1.45 million subscribers on YouTube.
Same. Next.
But I'm just saying that is a completely.
I'm just playing. I'm playing. God.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fair assessment to say because she definitely.
Send me her thing because I probably have seen her before.
I just sent it,
and I don't know. Maybe I just don't know her name.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is because she's been on YouTube for years. Before these girls was
Instagram. I'm not talking about YouTube.
Oh, I thought she wanted me to send her channel. Yeah, I can send you her.
No.
I thought you was familiar with her. I remember you mentioned her talking about her boyfriend. How she didn't care if he was homosexual.
Oh, that was her.
Yes.
No, I only brought it up because it was on the Shade Room. Like
Oh,
I didn't know where she came from. Oh, okay. Two different demographics though, for real.
yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna use the YouTube thing, it's like she paved the way.
She but she's giving like family and lifestyle. And like Keisha is giving like family and bust down. It's like a different, very, 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 very different demographic.
But I personally feel like LaToya is more relatable to the cast than Lightskin Keisha. And it's no shade. So
no, for sure. You're not wrong about that.
My whole thing is just interesting to see
some new people.
Yeah, I mean they got down with that new part. I mean, I'm gonna watch regardless. I have watched every single episode of Real Housewives ever. And it's just interesting. I'm really more so, as much as I dislike Kenya, I know she's gonna really get on my nerves about Lightskin Keisha. I just feel it. She's gonna definitely use the whole Native American costume thing when they talk about her name. We'll see.
What do you mean, Native American costume?
She wore one last season and people drug her for it. And then she brought up so Kenya's one of those people where you can't ever, if you say anything about her, she got 10 more facts about you to combat it. Like
I have a friend like that. Wow.
She's one of those people that I don't know if she be doing the research or if fans send it to her, but I'll give an example. So she wore a Native American costume to a Halloween party. People was not here for it. So this heifer goes on Twitter and say she Native American. Deleted that tweet. Anyway, at the reunion, they brought it up because they had already filmed the show at that point. She was like, "Oh, well, Drew, you can't talk because you wore one 10 years ago at a family reunion." And mind you, they didn't even know each other. It's like one of them things where you had to, if you see the quality of the picture that she's referencing, it's like, girl, we was on MySpace. But she's one of those people, like, she can't ever just own up to what she's doing. She got to bring everybody down with her.
I literally have a friend that does that.
That's so annoying. She'd be like, "Oh, you ain't this and that because your husband went to prison in 98." And it's like, what are you even talking about?
Literally has a friend that do that. I'm sorry for keep saying that, but it's so funny how
it's annoying. I hate it because can you be dead wrong? And instead of just being like, you know what, you right, she'd be like, "Oh, please, because you stole a Bow Wow poster out of Right On magazine when you was in the 6th grade."
Sounds like somebody I know.
But anyway, that's all I'm saying. So I just feel like when it comes to Lightskin Keisha thing, she probably can't. That's gonna be one of her first things. She's gonna have all the dirt on Lightskin Keisha that we never knew existed.
Wow.
For no reason.
So even with that being said, too, the reason why I said all around they're just ushering in like new people to bring in crowds because a lot of these shows are losing ratings. Same thing is going on with Love and Hip Hop because they just added on 3 new cast members to them. Young Baby Tate, Omeretta, and Renni Rucci. I'm trying to see if I love somebody
I can see Omeretta and Renni Rucci. I'd rather not see Omeretta on there, but I can definitely see Renni Rucci given her recent stuff.
Renni Rucci is the epitome of love.
She absolutely is. Now, I don't know why.
That's not a read. That's
not you're right. She carry on
that's
the way.
Definitely her vibe.
Yeah, it is. It is. My thing is, if you're going to Love and Hip Hop, just get ready to box. Like, do you really think Young Baby Tate finna be on there boxing?
No.
I am angry. I am unhappy.
Oh my God. Young Baby Tate is very, very like, she's a very, very artsy girl. She's very like eclectic. She's like engulfed in her music. She writes, produces, you know what I'm saying? Everything about her, she's just always, in her music. Her mom makes music. It's a little different because she don't be making like the typical ass shaking music or like typical rap music. She's like more so a pop artist. Mm-hmm. Like that's just her demographic. Like even her songs that she come out with is more so pop music. So it's just kind of interesting to see her amongst that crowd because she doesn't fit in with any of them. It's the same thing with Lightskin Keisha. They neither one of them fit in with anybody in the cast crew, in the crew.
Right.
And not, like Omeretta, I can see it because of
she look ghetto.
Yeah, like she's from Atlanta. She's hood. So I can literally see her. I can envision her in the same room with Sierra Glam.
Who said that? I don't even know y'all talking about. I ain't even on Lil Baby song. And
So her, I can like hear her having conversations with Sierra or Rashida or amongst
still on there. I started watching Love and Hip Hop years ago.
Rashida literally was she literally opened the preview. She said, "Love and hip
Oh,
hop."
child, that check must be nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
she's
don't.
definitely getting paid the most. And I really want to see Rashida on Housewives. I think she need to
I
graduate from.
now that is somebody. That's somebody because she's already close friends with Candy.
Yeah, it
She
makes
is.
sense.
She got money. Might not be as much as the other girls, but she definitely got stuff going for her. So she's pretty. She's a family. She's married.
I was gonna say she is a wife.
Yeah, she is. I could see Toya on there too.
Toya Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always say the same thing. I don't know if she would do it, but that's definitely her crowd too. Like I feel like she would definitely fit in on Housewives.
I wonder what happened because I think that they be having like agents getting them on these shows and stuff like that. I'm just trying to understand what may. I mean, I do not want to sound like no hater. I actually really like Lightskin Keisha, and I've said that on record. It's just that it's just like me starting to shop at Piggly Wiggly all of a sudden when I go to Publix all the time. Like, what am I doing in here? That's all.
You know what?
But you know what? It's gonna be. It definitely. It clearly got the conversation started. Now people gonna be tuning in. That's exactly what they needed. So.
Okay. We so let's move on to the next shop
Yeah,
talk. I do have.
See you soon, Kiki.
We're gonna see how this follow up. I'm just gonna make a quick statement. Pose is gone. It's gone. The final 2 episodes aired yesterday. I mean on Sunday. And let me tell you something. Out of all 3 seasons of Pose is a very, very tear-jerking show, but it takes a lot for me to cry. Girl, I was in my kitchen this morning bawling.
I did not see the last episode. I will watch it today.
I was in here bawling. Because I thought that I wasn't gonna even be fazed by it because I kept reading tweets and I didn't read all. I just kept getting off Twitter, but I'm like, whatever. Let me just watch it, and it definitely hit the same. But
yeah. Did somebody die?
Watch it. Anywho, moving on.
Everybody had to do pray tell like that.
I have to I have some questions or I want to get your opinion on something. So there's video evidence or just video in general of Pooh Shiesty when he had this recent club incident where they were shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely concealing something in his hand. I mean, it was. I'm not trying to be no rat because the girls would be quick to say that somebody is a snitch, but it's literally on the internet, and it's, I'm not.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make that clear. So, if I'm not mistaken, people were injured, right?
Mm-hmm. I didn't read up on the whole story. I think a security guard was shot, but in that video of Pooh Shiesty, they just show him with a gun. They don't really show him doing anything.
Right. Okay. Anywho, so
Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog.
Mine too, but I'm trying to ask you a question without it sounding biased or like I'm trying. I don't know, from a different. Okay. Anywho, I just want to know your standpoint on like when things like that go down and people will clear, like say for instance, if he would have killed somebody in that, like if somebody would have died, multiple people, let's just say most people died in that situation. How do you feel about people that still will be like, he innocent, he should get out of jail? I don't know. Whenever stuff go down like that, I always read the comments on the blogs, and a lot of people go by like this quote unquote street code, right? So in my head, I'm like, I understand that because I definitely understand it. I got different point of views from it, but I feel like if somebody actually did something and then somebody got hurt or potentially got hurt or something, I mean, are they not supposed to be reprimanded or like?
I know what you mean. You know what? I think when people say stuff like that, they go based off of what they can prove. That's how a lot of people move. Look, they ain't gonna know you did it. So just do what you want to do until they can prove it. So if somebody did something like that, anybody in general, I absolutely think they should be punished for it. But I wasn't there. And so all I can go by is what they able to prove. And so
that's true.
I don't think it's unfair for somebody to say free somebody if they can't prove they did it. But a lot of times deep down, y'all know goddamn well. But that ain't how that's not how it works.
It's not. I'm gonna move on from that. I don't want to get canceled. I mean, I really
You
don't be
ain't
caring
really
about
said
getting.
nothing.
I know, but people will find something out of nothing. Next thing you know, I'm on the blogs.
It's okay. We
So
can use that.
I don't want to. I don't want that. Um, also, let's defund Lil Duval, please.
What happened?
Tweets from the streets.
Go ahead. What he said.
Let me pull it up. Tweets from the motherfucking streets, baby. Lil Duval tweeted, and he said that. So we have Uzi to infiltrate the city girls. Now, if we can only get somebody to take down Lizzo, why would he say that? And what does that fucking mean?
He's a comedian.
I'm sorry, he's not funny to me. And I don't think that his jokes are funny because he literally means it.
Well, I don't understand. For I don't know the issue with the tweet. I'm sorry.
So basically, okay, so basically he's trying, because the talk around town is that JT is ruining the city girls because of her attitude and how she's acting, how she's responding and acting out. So they're literally making petitions to break up the city girls
Brother.
and like get rid of JT. Like they're making YouTube videos about how she's problematic and how that,
She is doing too much. I had to unfollow her on Twitter. I'm like, okay, girl, I can't. I used to, I was ready to make some free JT shirts when Shawty got locked up.
We all was, but I did see something the other day because I love JT, but I saw something the other day about her like responding to these kids trying to get reposted because they remade her birthday dress and wore it to prom. Mm-hmm. And so she did. I remember her reposting the video, but she didn't tag them. And they said, we just want her to notice it. When it comes to stuff like that, like when you sign up to be somebody when you sign up to be in the music industry, unfortunately, you are somebody's role model, whether you want to be it or not, because these people are listening to your music, they see you on the big screen. You're an inspiration to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Look, you got people out here that look similar to you. Like, oh, we got a dark-skinned girl. She's wearing color hair. She's dressing out of the box with colors. They're inspired by you, whether you want it to be or not. And I think that she has a responsibility, especially when it comes to kids. And it's not like they were saying anything negative. I think that was the part that really
Yes, they did. They went on Twitter and dragged her. She don't owe them nothing.
Wait, they dragged her after she said that, or before she?
I don't know. Now I don't know which happened first, but I know that the young girl was like, all I wanted was JT to repost my young 18-year-old cousin, but she refused, or she left her on red, or whatever the case is. And so JT went in on her DM and was like, listen, you need to calm the F down.
Oh, she didn't say that. She didn't say calm the F down.
Well, I know that, but I said basically.
I'm just like, I don't know. I just think that was so unnecessary though. Like,
her response was absolutely unnecessary. She was better off just not responding. I wish that JT wouldn't, like the way she's acting lately is just like, for somebody that don't care, you care. When people keep
very Asian dolly.
Probably worse, because I like, and the reason why I feel like it's worse is because I feel like JT didn't always act like this. Like she was not. I don't know what the freak happened.
Lil Uzi, so everybody's blaming it on Uzi. So that's why Lil Duval said, since we have Uzi to basically bringing down the city girls, because of course men don't like the fact that city girls are making music about running niggas' pockets. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Basically tricking the niggas the way they do women. And he's saying they got Lil Uzi to bring them down, so we need somebody to bring Lizzo down, because I guess they tired of her and her antics. They don't want to see her enjoying her body.
Lizzo had antics. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Because he's a comedian, I just don't even take it seriously. Even though he might mean it, I just feel like we have kind of gotten to a point where comedians can't even be comedic, even if it's not funny to us. I just don't see. I feel like he could have said that on a stand-up set, and people in the audience would be like, "Oh."
If he can book one,
he be booked though. Dude, hold on now, and I ain't cape for him, but Duval be booked.
The man is a weirdo. I've had personal encounters with him. That's probably why I have so much smoke with this man. But I've had a personal encounter with him. That's literally him and Allen Iverson are two people that I will never respect because of personal encounters.
So is that fair then for you to for you to say that if
Very
it's based
fair.
off personal experience? Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
very.
Okay.
And I'm a down a hill.
That's fine. Well, I disagree. I feel like if somebody's job is to be comedic, they have commentary. Either you like it or don't, just keep it moving. It don't bother me.
Just shut up. Like Lizzo ain't doing shit to the man. And then he deleted the tweet, of course. Wow. Stand on it. Anywho, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the topic. Or do you have one? Do you have a thing? Because this man done pissed me off for the
I
rest
thought we
of.
was talking about mental health. I'm scared now.
Oh, I actually do need to do. I actually no. Don't be scared. Why would you be scared? I actually need it. I've had a lot going on within these last 2 weeks in general that I can't even think straight about nothing. Like I really just need like a week off of work to just kind of get my mind right, but I can't afford it right now. I can, but I can't.
What's happening? Like what is because I've
Oh,
I've been having some odd times, but it's not I will say it hasn't been as bad as it was before, even though it should be.
oh wow. Okay, so for me, I have just been like overwhelmed with work. Like, the thing about my job is that some days I literally won't have like I have so much free time. Like I have like 3 or 4 days off work where I can just like clean up my apartment. Um, I can wash my clothes, literally take a nap and catch up on rest. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I'm just getting overwhelmed because I've been having to travel a lot lately. It's graduation season, it's prom season. Well, it's over now, thank God. But and then now since it's summertime, a lot of my clients are trying to go back outside. They have performances, they have club appearances, they have photo shoots, they release albums, they have features. So I'm literally like all over the place. On top of that, I'm trying to juggle because I mentioned this before, that I'm trying to juggle dating and I'm like, well, start back dating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to intertwine that with my everyday life. And I think that the universe is just honestly telling me that I don't need to date. I was dating somebody. I guess you could say like we were just getting to know each other or date, and it just didn't work out. And everything was perfect. Like everything was well on my end. It was. So the guy out of nowhere just started like getting really weird with the way he would be responding to text messages. And in my head, I'm like, you can't really feel somebody out through a text because you don't know how they said it, but
Yeah.
it's a difference when you go from texting a certain way and then you go to being very like dry and like even when there's some shit that I'll text that'll be like humorous or funny, you just like don't say like it's just be like, oh. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a weird feeling. So I think he can kind of sense that I was kind of picking up on his vibe. So he ended up telling me that, he just had, with work, he's getting stressed out. And I understand that because he did express that to me before. Like he was getting very, very, very busy with work. And then on top of that, he's in the process of trying to buy a home. So that was really taking a lot of his time too, because he had a realtor that was not doing their job and or they not to his liking anyway. And he had to search for two other realtors just because he was like, I'm gonna just get multiple this time so that way I can really feel him out. Cause he
That's smart. I should have did that.
yeah, so he was dealing with one person that didn't work out. So now he has two. And within that, he's trying to juggle house viewings and like trying to make sure, all his loans is going through, blah, blah, blah. So he really ain't got no time for me. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But he's just the way that he presented it to me was just kind of weird. Because I'm like, what do you want me to do now? Like he was like, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I can kind of tell that you. He was like, I don't want you to feel like I'm ghosting you or like I'm ignoring you or just being dry with you. But I have a lot going on dealing with this house stuff. Blah blah blah. I still want to talk to you. I still want to keep what we got going on, but I'm just not gonna make it a priority.
Um,
What does that mean? Am I tripping?
no, I don't think you're tripping. And let me tell you, I don't know him or nothing like that, but I definitely feel like that's not true. I feel like the things you just listed are all pretty much temporary. Like buying a home, it is hectic, but it's actually not that. It's not hard. You see how many times I don't did it. Like,
Yeah.
yes, you gotta go look at a house, but you don't do any of the negotiating. You literally be like, "This the house I want." Okay, number one, that's not hard. So don't believe it. With the work thing, I absolutely understand. Work is hectic, and I understand that for myself. But literally, like to me, that's just not an excuse. It's not like y'all. It's not like y'all are in a relationship, so nobody is entitled to a certain amount of time, to a certain amount of attention. It's
Yeah.
literally getting to know somebody, and people make time for what they want. I feel like that is a convenient thing for him to say to like make things not be how it was before, because literally all those things are regular day to day stuff. It's different if he going through some kind of custody battle and he got snakes in his garden, eat up all his plants that ate his cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that you just listen to me sounds like stuff that every person that is an adult is dealing with. So I wouldn't go for it. But because of that, I think that is one of those things. Don't even try to force it, because it's like clearly you ain't gonna tell me what the real case is. Do you feel like something happened that was weird that you think could have led to that?
Oh, like literally the day that the last time we saw each other, we literally just like, I mean, it was like the best. Like we were chilling, cooked for we had cooked dinner, watched movies, and then like he was texting me the next day about how much fun he had and how it was refreshing because he just kept running into weirdos. And then like we were still like talking during that time, and I even had because I told him, I said I have a really busy schedule too, and I told him like for me, like since I travel a lot of my jobs require me to just get up and go. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I won't even know. Like I'll be at home and then I'll get a text like, "Hey, we need you for this video shoot, this, and this." This is how I make my money, so I can't say no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much like on standby for about 2 or 3 people on top of still working around the city, doing weddings, doing everyday stuff. You know what I'm saying? I live in Atlanta. People go out every night. I have people that are like dancers. They get their makeup done. I have people getting makeup done for
I get it.
LinkedIn profile pictures. I mean, it's just so many different things. So I'm always all over the place. So in my free time, I try to get my shit together and then try to be like, hey, let's link up. Let me swing by just for a second, just so that he can know, whatever. But I don't know. It just was getting weird. So
It just should never be. That shouldn't even be something that's even a topic if y'all not even in a relationship. Like, who cares if you're busy? Okay, you're not my man. You know what I'm saying?
But even after that, so I asked him. I said, "Okay, you said you're not making it a priority. Cool, but what does that mean? Like, what?
Exactly.
Like,
it means that he probably back with his ex.
who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. And I mean, I don't mean it, if he listens to this, I'm not trying to be funny, but I just, I have gotten to a point in my life where I am a very clear communicator on exactly what I mean, and stuff like that. I would never accept as an excuse, because I'm just like,
I mean, even me, like because of the situations that I've been in, and I have a tendency to not be as direct as as I should. So especially when I'm dating, I make sure that I make things crystal clear.
If there is an issue, how is somebody supposed to get past that if they don't know? And not saying that you have an issue, but if he had an issue with something and he disguised it as being busy, then that's a sign of how he communicates in relationships in general. And I just feel like
you're
stuff
right.
like that to me, it's like, honey, you know how busy I am, and I'm not comparing myself to him, but I got a lot going on, a lot. And I still have time for my man. I mean, and I'm talking about multiple days a week, like it, and not to make an excuse of everybody's different, but I just think that if something is valuable to you, you wouldn't allow something that's very normal to get in the way of it.
Yeah, I agree. But even afterwards, he just was like, I'm still interested, and I still, whatever. He was like, don't take it that way or whatever.
He only saying it because he's trying to lessen the blow. Shut up.
Okay. And in my head,
not shut up to you. I'm just saying him.
No. I'm saying because like in my head, that's how I received it too.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because people say stuff like that. They be like, "Oh, like I have in the past, I would talk to guys who'd be like, "Oh, I ain't ready for no relationship," but it was never not ready for a relationship. It's just that they didn't want to be in one, and that's okay. But you should say that. But now you got me, my mind thinking, okay, we'll just be patient with him, and which is what they want me to do. They want me to stick around.
We haven't talked since that last conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure. And that's how people, but I hear about these kind of situations so much, and it just really annoys me, especially now that we're in our 30s. It's like you you need to prioritize number one. If something like to me, dating is hard. Dating is very hard. So if you meet somebody and you're enjoying them and you like what's going on, you wouldn't let nothing minuscule like that make y'all not talk like y'all do. Like it's just not even that serious. It's like there are people who get in car accidents and come out the hospital in a relationship. And ain't nothing busier than being confined to a hospital bed.
Well,
sorry.
that's my answer. But no, honestly, I'm not as like pissed about it as I thought I would be, because I'm like, honestly, we just met each other anyway, so it's not.
Which
really,
is why it shouldn't even be something that he had to say. Okay, y'all just met. Okay,
yeah,
I can't kick it tomorrow. Okay, you ain't my man.
But I'm just like, okay, whatever. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe honestly, that's just a sign that I shouldn't really be dating right now, because I'm planning to move. Like I made my final decision that I'm going to move out of Atlanta this year. So I'm like trying to figure out the process. Like I'm trying to look up like how I'm supposed to move all my stuff across country without me having to drive it, because I don't see myself driving from here to California.
Yeah.
And then just like how much things are going to cost, like shipping my car. On top of that, I'm trying to pay my car off before I leave, because I don't want that extra expense. And then, just getting prepared, just trying to have some relaxing time before I have to have this busy month or this busy summer because of what's going on.
Well, I don't think that you should stop yourself from dating, because dating is just dating. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the future could hold. And you ain't nothing wrong with getting to know people and making connections. And who knows what situation that person might could be in that could work in your favor based on the decision that you make. So I wouldn't stop like just going on dates and talk to people. Just be honest. Like, hey, this is what I got going on. I'm planning on moving here. Obviously, we're not in a relationship. So I just want to let you know what I'm saying, based off of that.
True. Okay.
Just I think that people for real, not you, but I'm just saying people in general, when they're dating, I know it's okay to date, to be in a relationship, but dating is literally dating. It's going on dates.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be in a relationship.
The thing is, I've never really done that. Like if I'm dating somebody, I'm dating to be in a relationship, I guess.
But when you first meet them, you don't know if you're gonna be in a relationship or not. So you should just get like legit get to know them. Like that's just, you know what I'm saying? You could be talking to them for 3-4 months and realize it's not gonna work out. So y'all was never in a relationship, y'all were just dating. So I don't feel like you should hold yourself back from doing that, because that's just a part of life development. You know what I'm saying? Just being around different people.
I don't think I take rejection well. That's my problem.
I don't think nobody do. So who want to be rejected, especially when you ain't had no issue?
Yeah.
It's like, but I definitely have rejected some dudes and given them the honest truth, and they was like
same. And that's not fair to me, because how am I able to do that and I can't take that?
Because everybody's just in a weird place, I guess. Yeah, I think you should still get to know people.
That even with me though, I make sure that it's direct.
It should be. That's how you grow as a person. It's like when you work in a job, the manager is not just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna like, maybe he'll grow into that. Listen, you ain't meeting them sales goals. You ain't presenting yourself well. They gonna tell you got to develop. And maybe you didn't think those things was issues at your job, but when they brought it to your attention, now you can work on it. I think relationships should be approached the same way you go to school. You know what I'm saying? It should be the same way. But I mean, everybody just isn't capable of doing that. And some people just jump the gun so fast. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about the situation you just explained. I'm just thinking like, y'all not even in a relationship. So why are we even having this conversation? Okay, be busy.
Yeah, it felt kind of fishy. I'm like, because the whole thing, I'm like, you're telling me this because you're just trying to get rid of me.
That's just so crazy. I mean, I do think that's better than just ghosting. Really honest. But what's the difference?
He should have just been honest about it instead of just using that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he genuinely felt like that. Maybe he's covering up something. Who knows? But
well, I would say this: if either way, it wouldn't be curtains after that if that was the case. That's how I feel.
That's true.
But people are weird, man. Dating is hard. People are weird. That's all I can really say. But yeah, so man, I am sorry to hear that, honestly, because it was sounding real good. But you know how the universe is, man. You start getting excited, they be like, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna send you the text message. Maybe I'm gonna delete it. Actually,
yeah, you don't got sent to me, honey. Listen, my opinion gonna stay the same. People are weird. That's just really what it is. And all my friends, male and female, who tell me like they dating stories, and I just be like, why are people so weird? And you wouldn't even know people was this kind of weird if you never tried to like get to know them on that level. You would think they was just so
Yeah.
cool, and then boom, it's like, wow, you're an oddball. Wow, okay.
I need a vacation again. Honestly, I do really feel like I want to take a vacation one more time before June. I mean, before July, but I mean that's not gonna happen. It's literally June, like almost the middle of June.
Yeah, I think I might take a week off from work to go nowhere, man. This class thing, I'm not gonna lie, I've contemplated quitting this little program so many times. I'm not gonna do it. Only because the way I keep trying to motivate myself is like if the class ends August 7th. August 7th is gonna get here whether I stay in the program or not. So I might as well stay in the program. That's what I keep telling myself. It's just hard. It's just really hard. And I just don't have no free time. And then adding this puppy on top of it, which I've expressed already, is just a huge responsibility, a huge responsibility. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the responsibility, but this is just a time period in my life where I have no free time. None.
Yeah.
Period. At all. And then when I finally get to rest, I can't even watch TV because I'm so flushed. I don't even want to hear nothing. Like I'm just laying here.
Oh my
In
gosh, that
complete
is literally
silence.
me. Like I literally come home and just literally just lay in my bed or just sit
Yeah,
on my.
it's just the best thing to do because to me, looking at a TV show is work. And I don't want to work right now. So it's like
Yeah.
I just gotta be, just chill out. But I mean, it is what it is. I know this is just I mean, the puppy phase will be over in 2 years. But
Okay.
but I think in a few more months she should be. I mean, she'll be a puppy for 2 years, but I think this era that we're going through where she needs to go outside every other hour and she's whining and she's sick and not sick literally, but just having a little sensitivity, that'll be gone in a few months, but it's just kind of like getting through this hump. And ironically, those few months will be when I'm done with my program. So I think I'll just have a big chunk of freedom at that time. But now my life has kind of been altered for a long time because I got to consider this dog if I want to go somewhere long term. And I am co-parenting. So that won't be an issue. But it's now something I have to think about, in every decision I make. But I always been a hustler and a hard worker, but I do get tired. I don't know what Kevin Gates talking about back then. But
The thing about it is I get overwhelmed more than I get tired.
yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like even yesterday, I was so overwhelmed because I had intentions of going to a shoot for about 4 hours. And not only did the shoot last 10 hours, but my other client showed up to the shoot and she was doing a shoot immediately after. So I had to do her for an Alicia. I was so overwhelmed yesterday with stuff that even like her manager, because she manages both of them, she called me this morning and was like, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I know you was kind of upset. I wasn't upset, like I didn't show it, but she can kind of tell that I was very overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed like that. I can't. I love like, and I honestly, you probably don't know these things, but I really be needing you to tell me what exactly I'm going to do so I can mentally prepare myself for it. Just in general, like if it's a work day, I need to know what's going on, or I need to know.
You need to be organized.
Yes, I need to be mentally prepared for that. Like I need to know like what's going on, so that you know what I'm saying. I know what to expect, even if
I don't like being thrown into the fire.
Even if it doesn't go as planned, like all the time, I still need to know something.
No,
like,
I feel the same way. That's how I feel about jobs. There's been a few jobs that I've started and I don't nobody really know what's going on, but they know that they needed the help, which is why they hired me. But now I'm feeling like kind of insecure about the role I play because I don't know nothing, but they have these high demands and every day we got something new going on and I don't even know how to help y'all. Like what is this? Okay. So what are you going to do going forward to make sure that you don't have these overwhelming moments? How are you going to address this? Or can you?
I don't know. Honestly, I think that the only thing that I could possibly do is try to find a therapist because there is no way for me to just, I can literally just be like, hey, I'm literally taking a week off for mental health. I can do that. Which I honestly think I'm going to do, but I need help to try to like figure out ways to overcome it because the only thing that helps me is me being by myself. Like I have to be like alone in my comfort area, like literally not doing nothing. Because I feel like
some of these, I know I saw makeup artists who like don't work certain days of the week. Do you think that would be helpful?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like you might miss out on money because of that.
Um, well, yeah. I mean, just because I like most of my time is catered to one or two people right now. Like I'm like a lot of my time is catered to them. I'm kind of like obligated to be there, especially because we had a lot of months off,
Yeah.
and now we're back working. I'm like getting overwhelmed real quickly. So I'm just trying not to do that. I mean, I'm trying to figure out like what I did when I was on tour because that was the problem too. I think I told you like the second week, I mean the first week of tour, I was like
It was too
overwhelmed to the point
much.
where I was
But
crying. Like,
maybe it was adrenaline though, because it was your first time doing something like that.
yeah,
And then you were working with the same people, and there was a lot of money involved. So like the appreciation for
I
it
was
was a
working
little
with new
different.
people though. With that, I think that
Yeah,
was
that's
my
true.
problem. Like I didn't know them. Like I didn't know nobody. So I was just there, and I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I can't lie. I know I've said this before, but this my current position is like really the first in a while that I've had that I really like it. I like every aspect of it. It's not fun, but it's like it's doable. I can do it, and I feel confident in my work. And I think that has helped a lot with my stress levels because my last job, the fact that it was so chaotic and unclear made me stressed out. Even though there was nothing I could do about the chaos, it really
Yeah.
had an impact on how I viewed my time and how I thought when I woke up and all those types of things. And I feel like sometimes you just need some structure. I know in your field of work it's not always that simple, but I do think sometimes maybe that's what it is. Maybe you should just give yourself a off day. You know what I'm saying? And just especially with you preparing to move, like moving is so stressful,
Yeah, for sure.
so freaking stressful. And the fact that you're gonna have to like literally miss days of work to even move. So I think that you should try to mentally prepare for that too in some kind of ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you can, because it's just so crazy. Like we literally are supposed to work until we 66.
Not me, girl. I'm giving myself to about 47, 45.
Period. See, I don't, and when I'm 40, I don't know how much retirement money I'm gonna have stacked up. So I I don't plan on working for the man for the rest of my life. I plan on being a housewife. I thought I didn't want to be, but I changed my mind. I already got my business that I'm gonna start kicked off. I'm writing the documents for it now, and then hopefully I can be doing it by the time I'm 40.
Yeah, that's actually need to be next on my list, but I don't have enough time to myself to even come up with stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
well, if you ever need to take a break from the show, I know it's not the best, but if you need to, I don't want you to ever. This ain't paying no bills.
No, I mean the show is fine. I mean, for the most part, I mean sometimes I do be kind of like overwhelmed with my outside life, so I just be needing like a second. I think what it is it's trauma from being broke.
Oh, I understand. I remember when I
It's
first got in my
like,
program that I'm in, they were like, "What is your desire for one to dedicate this much time to the program?" I was like, honestly, I just never want to be broke again. So, as many things I can continue to learn, I'll just be a student for life to make sure that I always have a way to have a job.
man, like I just don't. It ain't that I don't want to miss out on the money because I turn down jobs all the time, especially if it's not worth it. But if when I know I'm gonna make a lot of money from it, I'll be like, sure. I'll just I once they text me about it, I literally go to sleep right then. It could be 4 in the afternoon. I'm gonna just go to sleep because I'm telling you that nap really be helping.
What do your other like makeup counterparts normally do? I'm sure some of them got kids and stuff.
Yeah, they take time off for their kids. This is the reason why I'm overwhelmed with work because
They
the
off.
thing about people in Atlanta is they literally take moments off to deal with real life stuff. Like even mulattoes makeup artists, we work on the same. We kind of started working with our artists at the same time. I ended up working with Flo, and she started working with Mulatto, and Mulatto is moving more than Flo. So I can only imagine like how that shit was fucking with her, and she
Yeah.
has kids. So now she kind of scaled back from doing her. So she still works with her, but not as much as she was before. So she takes a lot of time to her kids, and she just started school. She works out, so she lost a lot of weight. So you know what I'm saying? Like she just kind of scaled back. And see, I don't have kids and I don't have any other obligations. So when I get those opportunities, I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, well, why wouldn't I take it? It's like,
yeah, I'm like, I'm going.
I
So,
understand that. I
so,
feel like that at work. I'm sorry, go ahead.
so I don't know. Maybe I do just need a break. Like I have to just force myself to take a break. I think that I'm gonna start. enforcing Sundays and Mondays off for sure.
Yeah, do that. Or have like shifts if you can help it. I will
No, I
say
need
for
a
my
full day. I need a full day.
okay. Well, sometimes if you could like let's say 9 to 5, for example. If you knew you was gonna get off at 5, you can like envision your day and you could feel a little free.
The way my body work is my day starts when I get out the bed, and sometimes I don't get out of bed till 1. So once I get out of bed, that's when it starts. I need that whole day.
Got it.
Because I don't be having no time. I literally don't be having that time. I'm about to sit on my couch right now and get use this foot massager and just relax. Well, I'm all released, so I feel a little better, I guess.
Yeah. Listen, something. Let me tell you something. Don't let these Negroes. Don't want to let these Negroes hold you up.
I don't know. It's just dating is so weird. I haven't dated in so long that I feel like I don't know how. So
never
that's
stop dating. Keep dating.
Tell people, okay.
But don't get your feelings involved. Just take it as getting to know people. That's literally what it is.
Got you. Heard your niece.
Because I feel like sometimes we put a pressure on stuff to progress and have definition and all that. And it's just unnecessary. And that was the problem in my case. Because as soon as you do that, especially early on, it's harder to back out of it. Now you're dealing with stuff you don't want to deal with. So just literally be friends.
Okay.
But you also got to be with somebody. It's got to be with somebody mature enough to accept that as well. Because if it's one-sided, then you're going to have problems. And then you can't avoid feelings getting hurt too. You just be like, okay, bye.
That was the thing. My feelings were hurt for like 3 hours.
And I don't blame you. You got good reason. Because stuff like that, that's like going to the grocery store to pick up your order. And they be like, oh, we actually don't have none of the stuff. But you can keep shopping here. Excuse you?
Yeah. I'm like,
I understand, Pooh. It's okay. Screw that loser.
All right, y'all.
Holla at your girl.
And holla at your twirl, baby.
And holla at your job if they give you problems. And definitely holla at that dude when it's time to cut him off and tell him why. And be honest.
You worse than Ayala.
Not on my mic. But all right.
Bye.
Bye.